Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make a Spigot plugin for your Minecraft server. So for those who didn't know, I have a Discord server where we have this Minecraft SMP, and whenever something happens inside the SMP, it is actually like logged into a channel using a webhook. So for example, whenever someone joins the server, whenever someone leaves the server, or maybe whenever someone dies, or like we also have events where if the server stops or starts, it sends a message like server starting or server stopping for maintenance, etc, etc. So let me show you how it actually works. So this is basically the thing, like if we have these webhook messages, and this is basically managed by our Minecraft server through a plugin. And if you want to play on this SMP, make sure to join my Discord server. The link will be in the description below, so you guys can check it out. And yeah, I'm going to show you how you can make something like this. Also, I apologize for not uploading videos recently. I have been like into coding a lot. I had a coding fatigue, so I've been into gaming for the last few days, and I've also opened up a new gaming channel, so make sure to subscribe to that. The link will be in the description below, so you guys can check it out. Yeah, let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is have your own Minecraft server. Now I have this 1.16.5 server. Now I haven't run this server yet, so the only thing I have is the run.bat and then the server file. Now I'm using 2080, which is basically like another version of Paper. Now the plugin that we'll be making, you can follow these same steps to make plugin for Spigot or like Bungee Cord. Bungee Cord is like just a proxy. So anyways, like you can make it also for Paper, like using the same code, because all of them are using the Bucket API in the background. Now this run.bat is basically just a simple run.bat. Like if you have come to watch this video, you obviously know how to run your own server. So this run.bat basically like just runs this server. So yeah, let's do that. First of all, we're gonna click this, and this will now run the server. So it's gonna download the vanilla jar, and once this server has started, I'm going to be right back. Alright, so the server has started. Right now we don't have any plugins because I just started the server. It downloaded all of these files. If you go to the plugins folder, you only have vstats, and that's not like any plugin. So yeah, we can just go to Minecraft, go to localhost, and now it's gonna be like we're now gonna be logged into our server. So yeah, we are logged into the server. I can see myself. Yeah, I'm really beautiful. Yeah, so anyways, so we have our server right now. Like we don't even need to do anything. We can just stop our server and then just work on the plugin. So we have our server now, and let's get started working on the plugin, which we've all been waiting for. So the first thing that you need to do is open up your IDE. I'm going to be using IntelliJ IDEA, but you can use Eclipse or Apache NetBeans, because like regardless of what IDE you're using, we're going to be using Maven, the build system. If you've been into Java, you might know what Maven is. So yeah, let's get started. So first I'm just gonna open up IntelliJ IDEA. Yeah, and once you have this, you're not gonna see like any of these projects, but yeah, let's click new project, and now in the new project select Maven. Instead of Java, select Maven, because we're going to be using Maven. And for the project SDK, I'm using Java 1.8, but you can use like any version of Java you want, but 1.8 is recommended for Minecraft plugins. But for some reason, Paper like always tells me that after 1.17 has been released, they won't support any Java version below 11. So you need to have Java 11 if you want to like make your plugins work from 1.17. But since we're doing this for 1.16, I'm just going to be using Amazon Corretto's Java 1.8. Now if you want to follow along, you should also use Java 1.8 or Java 8 in general. And if you like, you can use any version of Java 1.8, OpenJDK, Oracle, or Amazon Corretto. I'm using Corretto. So yeah, we had that. Now we click Maven and next. So for the project name, let's call it Discord Webhook plugin. Yeah, and then for the group ID, I'm just gonna do com.this, and then for the version, I'm just gonna remove snapshot because I don't like it. And yeah, we have our location. This is going to be on desktop. We have our plugin name, like it's going to be the folder. And you have the plugin name, we have the group ID, artifact ID, version. Now click finish. Now this will launch IntelliJ or whatever IDE you're using, and the first thing we'll be greeted with is this pom.xml. Now if you know Maven, if you know how to use Maven, well, you might know what a pom.xml is. This is where we specify all of our project's dependencies and repositories, and then Maven just does all the work for us. It compiles our project, downloads all the dependencies, etc, etc. So yeah, we can now just drop down, and we have our pom.xml. Now in our source, we go to source, main, Java, and let's create another package. So the package, we can do new, and then do package, and now we will put the same artifact, sorry, the group ID as the one we put when we were creating our project. So com.devguy-ahnaf, and then Discord webhook plugin. Now you can put anything you want, like just put whatever you put like when you're creating the project. So you're gonna put this, and this is gonna be a like package, and in the pom.xml now we will have to specify our bucket API, because right now Maven doesn't know that this project requires the bucket API. So we need to specify that we need the bucket API, and for this Spigot actually has a really useful thing. This is the Spigot Maven repository. I'm going to be leaving the link in the description so you guys can check it out. And basically we need the repositories and the dependencies from here. So I just copy this whole thing, and then we can go to under version, we can now paste it in, and now Maven will just like download all of this. So when you like enter a new like dependency, if you're using IntelliJ, you'll see this load Maven changes, or you can just go over here and then click this reload all Maven projects. So I'm just going to do load Maven changes, or you can just press Ctrl-Shift-O, and this will now start downloading the dependencies. Now I already have this dependency like cached in my computer because I have like made Minecraft plugins before. So yeah, now this might take a while for you if you haven't made a plugin using Maven before, but yeah, once that's done, we can now move on. So in our Java folder here in our package, let me actually increase the font size real quick. Right, so in our Java folder, we need to do right click, new, and a file, and this is going to be our plugin.yml file. Now every Spigot plugin requires this file, and this basically gives the plugin some meta information about our plugin, so we can specify names and descriptions, versions, author, etc, etc. So let's see how we can do this. So first we need to put the name, and this is going to be our Discord webhook, this is going to be Discord webhook plugin, the name of our plugin. And then for the description, I'm not going to put anything there, and then for the version, this is going to be 1.0. For the author, it's going to be my name, you can put your name. And for the main, this is going to be our main class. So the so basically the server knows what class is the main plugin. So let's right click our package and then new, and then let's create a file called main. So this is going to be our main class. So yeah, this is our main class. This is where we basically do all the plugin stuff. And now we can go to this, and then for the main, we can just put this whole package name under the main class. So let's do com.devguy-ahnaf, and you put your own like package name dot Discord webhook plugin dot main. So it's the name of our main class. Yeah, we have this, and yeah, that's basically it. Now I can go to our main class, and now we can start working on our our plugin. So yeah, first thing we need to do is to extend this main, main class to extend from the Java plugin class. So let's do public class main extends a Java plugin, and if you have this installed, you're gonna get this IntelliSense. So now hit enter. This is gonna import the Java plugin, and since we're gonna have event listeners, we need to do implements listener. Yeah, and so we need to do something like so first we need to have a method which will basically run whenever the server enables this plugin. So that's going to be the onEnable method. Now we have to override this method because Java plugin already has this. So let's do override and then do public void onEnable, and this function doesn't take any parameters. and then we need to register all of our events. So we're gonna have this class as our event listener. So we're gonna have like all of our events in this class. So we can do something like, or let's just make a new class. So let's do event listeners. Okay, that's great. And let's remove this from here. We can remove this, and we can do something like implements listener. Yeah, and now we can do get server. So we need to run the get server first. So let's do get server dot get plugin manager. So we need to get the plugin manager, and then we need to register all the events. So register events, and then the first parameter is going to be our event listeners. So we're going to do event listeners, right? And then we need to have the plugin. So this is going to be our plugin. So the plugin is this thing here. So what does it say? Expression. Oh, okay, yeah. So we're going to do new event listeners. All right, so yeah, now we have new event listeners, and the plugin is this because this is our Java plugin class. And yeah, we have an override. Method does not override method from a super class, but we still need to put that because every time I don't put that override, it doesn't work. So yeah, the thing that we can do right now is enable our webhook. So I want this to basically show that the server is starting. So let's just create a webhook for our server. So we can go, like, I'm just gonna go to my testing server, and then I'm gonna go to edit channel integrations. And then for the integrations, I'm just gonna create a webhook. To create a webhook, I'm gonna call this Minecraft, or let's gonna call it Minecraft webhook. Oh my god, I can't spell. Yeah. So we have this, save the changes, and this is our webhook URL. So first thing we need to do is we need to create, let's just have this string. So we could do private string webhook URL, and this is our webhook URL string. So yeah, we have this, and now we're going to be using a webhook class. I found this webhook class online, so let me just actually search it out. So let's do webhook Java. Yeah, so basically this cool dude created this webhook class on GitHub, so we can basically just use this to trigger webhooks. I'm going to leave the link in the description so you guys can check it out. And yeah, I'm just gonna copy everything from this, and yeah, I'm gonna copy this and then make a new class. Let's call it Discord webhook, and we're gonna put this in here. Right, yeah, so we have this class, and now I can just close this, and now we can actually create our own webhook instance. So let's do this. So we get the plugin manager, we register all of the events, and now we create a webhook. So create a webhook instance. So Discord webhook, and this is going to, we're gonna pass the webhook URL in the constructor. So yeah, and we have this, and now we are going to create an embed in the webhook. So we're going to do webhook dot add embed, and now we're going to do new Discord webhook. So basically we're going to access the embed object, so embed object, and we're going to set description, set description server is starting. All right, so we have this, and now we will try to execute this webhook. So try webhook.execute, and if this shows an IO exception, because it might throw an IO exception. You see, unhandled exception java.io.io exception. We can just catch this. Okay, we can just catch this exception, and we can just access our server's logger, and then just print out the stack trace. So let's do get logger, and this basically gives us the server's logger, and we're going to set the level to severe because this is like a severe error. The server started, but the plugin couldn't send the webhook message. And we're going to do e.stack get stack trace. We're going to get the stack trace from this exception, and then we're going to convert it to string, and boom, we have our on enable method. So let's just test it out. And the thing that we're going to be doing to like compile this plugin is we're going to go to Maven. That's actually not a problem. Let's go to Java plugin here and let's do on enabled. So let's do on enabled. Yeah, so we don't have on enabled here, but let's just still keep this. And then in our Maven plugin here, we can just go to life cycle, and then we can just package this. So yeah, let's run package, and this will now start to package the plugin. Oh wait, oh my bad. I thought this used to work. Well, I don't think it works anymore. So yeah, let's click package again. Now this will start packaging the plugin, and yeah, it says it built successful. You can go to target folder and you see we have our plugin here. So we can go to the desktop. We can, where's this again? Oh yeah, this is over here. So we have this Discord plugin here. So we can go to target. Yeah, we can go to plugins, and then we can go to target, and then we have our plugin here. We can just drag this in, and we can now start the server. So let's just start the server. Let me just open a CMD instance here, and now I can just do run, because we have run.bat here, and this will now start running the server for us. So yeah, let's check our Discord channel here, and this should send a message whenever the server's online. Alright, so I made an oopsie there. So basically what wasn't working is because I had to like put this plugin.yml in the resources folder and then specify in Maven that like we have to put this in the jar. So that is pretty easy to do, no need to worry. The thing that we need to do first of all is drag this plugin.yml into the resources folder, refactor it, and now we go to our pom.xml, and now over here we need to specify in our build section that we want this to be in the resources. So let's do build, and let's do resources, and then we do resource, and then the target path should be dot, because I wanted to like access the current path, and that filtering should be true, and now the directory should be src/main/resources. So basically I'm just accessing everything inside this resources folder. So yeah, we can save this, and now we can reload Maven changes. That's good. And another thing I noticed is why the override wasn't working is because like I made a typo here. It should be on enabled with a small small caps, and now we can just override. Yeah, now it should work. So we can now just run Maven package, and this will now compile the whole plugin for us. So we can go to our plugins folder and our target, and then we can just take this and then put it in here, move to plugins, and now we can just run our server. So we can hit run, and now it will start loading our server, and once the server starts we will receive a message here. So right now we have no messages here. So once the server starts we're going to receive a message, and as you can see it sent a message called server is starting. So yeah, that works, and now we can also put in other stuff here as well. So let's stop the server now, and let me just clear the terminal, and we can delete this plugin here. So let's go over here, let me remove this. Okay, yeah, so we have this now, and we can also make another one for on disable. So every time I stop the server we can just set a message server is stopping. So public void on disable, and this doesn't take any arguments. We can do something similar. We can take this, copy this, paste this in, and then we can say server is stopping sad face. Okay, yeah, so we can have this. Let's do Maven package, and now we can go here and yeah, build successful. We can copy this, paste it in here. Let's run our server, and now when the server runs we're going to receive another message called server starting. Yeah, it says server starting, and now once the server has started let's hit stop, and this will now send a message server stopping because we have to stop the server. So yeah, this works now. And now let's do something like whenever a player joins the server or something like that. So yeah, let's do this. We can minimize all of this. Let me just remove this plugin from here. Right, so now we have our own event listener here. We can go to our event listeners, And yeah, now we can implement all the functionality in here. So we can have an event handler. So we can do add event handler, and this one's going to be public void on player join. So the name has to be specific, and this should take the player join event payload. Okay, so on player join is going to be the name of the function, and the annotation is going to be event handler. And now we have the let's get the player count. So we can do int player count equals to bucket dot get online players dot size. Oh, sorry, not online mode, players dot size. This will give us the player count size, and now we can make another webhook like that. We can do the same thing as we did there before. We can have this Discord webhook thing. We can make an embed. Okay, yeah, so now let's do something like set description. Let's do get logger first. Get logger is not okay. Oh, yeah, never mind. So we don't have the webhook URL here. Let's just put this in here. We can take the private webhook URL and let's put this here. So yeah, we have the webhook URL now. Okay, so if we don't have get logger here, we can just create our own constructor, the public event listeners, and we can have our logger here. So we can do this dot logger equals to logger, and we can just have get logger should return us this. So in here we can just do get logger, and this should return a logger login java.util login.logger. Yeah, so we can have this here, and we can just return this. So logger, this is going to be java.util and this is going to be logger. Yeah, and now we have this, and we can just create a private logger. This is going to be logger. Yeah, and then we can just get logger dot severe, and we have this here as well. Yeah, we can do logger dot severe, and then we have this. And now let's create our embed, and now we can have this here. So we can do, we want the player name to be in bold, so we can do player dot get name. Oh wait, we need to get the player object first, I forgot that. So we can do player is equals to event dot get player. So you have player over here. Yeah, so you got the entity player dot get name, and then do this here, and then we can do has joined the server, has joined the server. And then over here, what I want to do is basically show the player count. So I want to do something like yeah, and then I'm going to do player count, oh sorry, player count plus slash plus bucket.get max player. So basically each server has their max player limit, so you can set that as well. Max players plus, and yeah, we can have that. And then we can do something like maybe set author. We can do player.get name because each has an author here. Okay, yeah, and now we can have dot, right, so player.get name is going to be the author, and embed object in string. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, so we can have this URL here, or should we have something like this? Okay, yeah, so it needs a URL and icon. We don't need that. And we do set color. It's going to be new color. How about we do like a good green color? So let's just do color picker. Let me just search that out really quick. Right, so we have this color picker here. Yeah, this color looks pretty good. We can have this here. So we have the RGB. And then yeah, let's just do color java.aut or org.bucket. We need this color. Okay, yeah, great. So we have this, and now we can try and execute the webhook. So yeah, let's do that. And we can also do same thing for the player leave event. So we have on player quit. This is going to be on player quit, and then we're going to do player quit event. This is going to be the same thing basically, but the thing is we have to do left the server and the sad face. The sad face necessary, okay? Like you can never do it without the sad face. And the player count, the thing we need to do is do player count -1, because it basically shows you the player count, like, which is basically like, no, before the player left. So we need to do just size -1. right? So yeah, and now bucket.get max players, we can take a nice red color. Yeah, let's just take this really nice looking red color here, copy this, and we can paste this in here. Great. So now we can just do this, and now let's go to Maven package, and let's see if this works or not. So yeah, tests are successful. This is running. Run the server. I'll see what happens. So when the server starts, it will send another message here. It will send that the server has started. Alright, so it says server is starting. So server has actually started, and now we can do localhost. And now when I join the server, it shows Ahnaf has joined the server. So you see, I can just walk around. I can kill sheeps. We have this really cute looking bee here. Yeah, never mind. So yeah, basically this shows this, and if I actually quit the server, it shows I have left the server. So that is actually a really nice thing to have here. Right, so we have this now, and let's just add a chat logger thing. So I'll just remove this here. Right, so let's do a chat logger. So basically I want like mods to be able to see what happens. Okay, so let's do at event handler, and let's do priority is equals to event priority.low, because if it always puts the priority on high, then the server will be slow as hell. So we need to put the priority on low. So on player chat, and this is going to be async player chat event, since the chat event in paper and also I think Spigot is asynchronous. And then we get the message. So string event message is going to be event.get message. So yeah, and then we get the player. So the player is going to be event.get player. Okay, yeah, we have that, and then we create a new webhook, just as usual. You create a webhook, and we do event message. Yeah, so basically I found an exploit. It's like some server member basically used to exploit this, since the webhook has all permissions. So like everyone mentioning at here, some guy literally exploited this and like literally pinged the 250 plus members in the server. So we don't want that, so we can just do event message is equals to event message dot replace all. So dot replace all, and I want to replace at everyone. So we have at everyone here, and then we want to replace this with tilde. So this is going to be in code blocks, and then dot replace all, and I want to replace at here with tilde at here. So yeah, tilde. So you have this, and now it has actually replaced the whole event message, and now we can just do webhook dot set content. Let me just scroll down a bit. Set content, and this is gonna be the. So I'm gonna put this, and then player dot get name, and then do this, and then I want to do this, and then plus event message. Yeah, and now we can just do try execute, etc, etc. Yeah, we have this here. I can build a plugin. Let's package it. Yeah, now that we have it, we can just paste that here. We can run the server again, and let's just wait for the server to start. Alright, so the server has started, I guess. We can now go to localhost. Yeah, logged in. So let's log in here. Yeah, it shows the message here. We have everything, and now let's type. So this is Pog, and yeah, now it shows this is Pog, and now it says testing 1 2 3, and now let's actually see if that exploit works or not. Let's do at everyone. You see, it's not like this. Like, so if we actually do at everyone, it pings literally everyone, but if we put that like in this doesn't actually mention anyone. Yeah, let's also do at here. Yeah, this actually replaces. Let's put it inside the string. So I will try to mention at everyone. Even if you put it inside the string, it still gets replaced. So that's actually pretty great. Now, one thing I want to do is basically do like a player death thing. So if someone dies, it's gonna send a message. So yeah, let me actually op myself first. So let's do op. Yeah, I'm up now, and I'm gonna do spawn point / kill. Yeah, I'm dead. Now it doesn't send a message here. Let's make it so that it does send a message. So let's just stop the server, and we can delete the plugin here, and now we can minimize everything here. All right, so yeah, let's do that. Now we are going to have another one here. Oh, why is the indentation so weird? I don't know. The indentation is really weird. Oh, never mind. I forgot that I had scrolled over there. Okay, yeah. So now let's do event handler, and this the priority I'm gonna set it to low again. So event priority dot low, and then this is gonna be public void on player death, and this is gonna be taking the player death event. So event. And then I'm gonna do player is equals to event.get entity, and then I'm gonna make a webhook. So same as usual, we make a webhook instance, and now we can get the webhook dot add embed, and now let's do discord webhook dot embed object, and then we can do something like dot set description. And this is going to be event.get death message. So like, for example, whenever you die, it shows like a death message. So like, this person experienced kinetic energy. So if you like fall at high speed using a lighter, it's going to show you this message, for example. Or maybe then like, this player was slain by this other player. So this basically gives us that death method. Like, oh my god, I can't talk. That death message. So you can do dot set author, and I want this to be the player. So player dot get name and 2 empty string. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, and 2 empty string because I don't want to like put anything here. Yeah, now we can execute the webhook, and after this I think this little webhook plugin will be done. So yeah, let's package this with Maven, see what happens. Yeah, it should be successful. If it wasn't successful, then there was something wrong. And now run this, and yeah, so it's starting now. The server's starting. It should send a message really quickly. Yeah, it says server starting. I'm gonna go to localhost. Alright, so I have this here. I'm gonna try to kill myself, so do /kill, and it says I fell out of the world. Right, that's great. I'm gonna give myself an elytra /give s elytra, and then I'm gonna put this on and do /game mode creative. So let's actually go up really high. It's like /tp tilde 1000 tilde, and then /game mode survival. So yeah, we're gonna fall now. Yeah, I fell from a high place, whatever. So it basically shows you the death messages. So that's basically it, guys, for today. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. It really helps me out a lot because I put a lot of effort into my content. So anyways, guys, have a good day. Peace out.